Hey guys, it's Angelo, and in today's video I'll be giving you some advice on which add-ons and macros to be using in Legion, and why. Some of these I've been personally using for a very long time, whilst others I've just gotten into recently. Please keep in mind that even though these add-ons are not directly linked to Blizzard or the Legion beta, they are in their early stages of development for 7.0, which is the launch patch, meaning that things are subject to change. With that being said, I think that these tips will help you out in Legion and will make your life a lot easier. They definitely did for mine. Now without further ado, let's begin. The first add-on you should consider is Weakauras 2. I can't begin to express how important this add-on is in order to excel with any class, especially in Legion. Wegora serves as your personal customizable all-around timer, buffs and debuffs tracker, and can be used as a boss mod, similar to Deadly boss mods, which by the way we'll get to pretty soon. I personally, for example, use it on all of my characters, from keeping track of my auspicious spirits or insanity bar, as you can see in this video, to keeping track of my cooldowns as a warrior. This add-on will make raiding so much easier once understood. It can be a bit overwhelming at first, I'll be honest with you, but there are plenty of guides and tutorials on how to use it on the internet. If you want to maximize your gameplay, then I'd say there is almost no getting around this add-on. For your interest guys, I'm using Twintop's Legion Weakauras in this video. Thank you so much Twintop for letting me use them, and thanks for the great work. Deadly boss mods is pretty much a standardized and, well, given add-on at this point. Blizzard does a good job at displaying boss abilities and mechanics on screen, but DBM brings this to an entire new level. The add-on keeps track of boss abilities and timers while giving you a heads up when an ability is incoming. It is highly modifiable with a multitude of sounds, colors, and much more. This is another core add-on which I wouldn't want to play without, especially with the bosses being as complex as they are coming in Legion. I also want to add that there are alternatives to DBM out there, the best example of course being Bigwigs, which offers more calm sound effects and is arguably better than DBM. I personally however stick to DBM as I just enjoy it more, and I've been playing with it since Burning Crusade, so a long time. SCADA, similar to Recount and Details, analyzes your group's overall performance, giving you detailed information of damage and healing outputs and receival, interrupts, CC breakers, dispels, and much more. The reason I list this add-on is the fact that not only are you able to see how much damage you yourself do, but you are also able to compare your performance with other players in your group. To add to that, you can find mistakes that are being made in your group, which increases the success chance for all of you. I personally use SCADA compared to Recount, as I just find it to be a bit more detailed, and actually continuing to analyze even after you have died. This may be possible with Recount by now, but unfortunately guys, I am not sure. Now if you're really into diving into these numbers and analytics, then Details is the add-on for you, as it is even more detailed than SCADA and Recount, but a bit difficult to use for the average player. But hence the name Details, right? Alright guys, up next are the macros that I'm currently using and will obviously be using for Legion and recommend to you. Now, there's just a few macros really, specifically 3 of them, and they're really just little quality of life improvements that can help anyone. They're not really specific, but this video obviously doesn't focus on specific macros, but on general ideas to help you out. So, let's go. Mouseover macros. Now mouseover macros are a simple quality of life improvement really. They allow you to target an enemy with your abilities without actually having to click them, meaning you can attack an enemy or heal an ally without having to waste precious time targeting them. This allows you either to keep priority targets targeted without losing damage and or healing, and also gives you more time to consider your next steps as you save the time usually required to change targets. Now here for example, I'm keeping the boss dummy targeted while being able to efficiently dot and therefore cleave my secondary targets. Once things begin rolling in void form, I'm able to keep my dots up on multiple targets without having to click around like a maniac and stressing myself. Cancellaras can help you save even more time than mouseover macros. Notice how I cancel my dispersion early in order to keep on casting or keep on doing whatever it is I have to do. Cancellaras allow the player to get back into the flow of the game more quickly in order to maximize their performance. Classes like a Shadow Priest, a Mage, a Hunter, or, though very much so, a Paladin, are prime examples of being able to use Cancelauras in order to play more effectively. Here, for example, staying in Dispersion until it expires is fine, but I could have cancelled it and continued on with whatever it is I was doing. Cooldown macros basically just summarize all of the cooldowns you want to be using in your burst phase into one single solid macro. Most of you know this as a one-shot macro, and in a raid or dungeon environment, these are pretty useful as they save you the time to press all of your cooldowns separately. Gosh, that has to be a pain. Keep in mind though that not every cooldown runs on the same timer, so knowing when your cooldowns are ready is a prerequisite to using these macros efficiently. Okay friends, that concludes today's video. These are some of the macros and add-ons I will be bringing into Legion that are more raid and dungeon specific, as you've probably noticed. Up next is my Shadow Priest guide, which will probably be coming out on Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Thank you so much for listening, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to leave some feedback, leave a like, leave a dislike if you didn't like it of course, and even subscribe. Peace out guys, and have a good one.